Hi students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Neon Crackers for cracking IIT and NEET. The next one beta. So how it changes concentration for neutralization reaction. So neutralization reaction, acid base neutralization reaction or else neutralization reaction. So acid base or redox reaction. Redox reaction. So acid base, normally if strong acid is reacted or titrated against strong base, and it forms what? Salt. It forms salt. So here this reaction is based on the milli equimoles or equimoles of the acid as well as base. Means 1 equimole of acid should be reacted with 1 equimole of base. This is the basic neutralization theme, right? So let's see here how it forms, like either it is acidic nature or basic nature, depending upon the number of moles or depending upon the concentration. How can we find whether the mixture has acidic nature or basic nature? Let's see. So suppose it is acid and plus titrated against a base, so it produces what? Salt. So before titration, if we take here 1 mole, and this is before titration is 0 beta, and here there is no limiting reagent, both are having equa with stoichiometric coefficient, so 100% decomposed or 100% neutralized with one another each other. So final concentration of A is 0, final concentration of B is also 0, I mean moles. So what is the expected moles of salt? 1 mole. Now so there is no excess acid, there is no excess base left, so it is not either acidic nature or basic nature. This is completely neutral, and we have to say complete neutralization reaction between acid and base. So if there is no acid and base left, that is called complete neutralization. Now let's see second condition. This is the first condition. So second condition, if we have 2 moles of base, 2 moles of acid, 1 mole of base. So before titration the expected salt is 0, and here B is a limiting reagent, means base is a limiting reagent, so it gets decomposed or neutralized 100%, and from here only 1 mole is neutralized with the base, 1 is left, so expected salt is here also 1 mole. Now after mixing or after neutralization, so we have excess H plus ions or acid, so this is said to be what? Acidic in nature. It is not called complete neutralization. Excess H plus ions are present or acid is present, that's why what is the nature of this one? So it is completely acidic nature. The mixture has acidic nature. Of course, if you want to find the pH, so it should be less than 7. So third component, I mean third type, if you take a 1 mole of acid and 2 moles of base, so before the titration it is 0 of salt. Now this is the limiting reagent, 100% gets decomposed, and here 1 mole is left. Here salt formation is also 1 mole. Now if we observe here, after neutralization, so we have excess base. So that's why what is the nature of this one we say? So basic nature of this mixture. So it is also not called complete neutralization. They are only called complete neutralization because if there is no excess H plus ion and there is no excess OH minus ion, that is said to be complete neutralization between acid and base. Now this is not complete neutralization, this is also not complete neutralization. So it is having what? Acidic nature. This mixture is having basic nature. So okay, acidic nature, basic nature is there, but how to find the exact concentration? The exact concentration. So of course, as I told you, this complete reaction is based on the equimole. So actually complete neutralization is, what does it mean? Equimoles of acid should be reacted with equimoles of base. So now this is called complete neutralization. This is called complete neutralization, right? So here if this is N1 V1, of course N1 V1 equals to what? Equimoles. If this is about acid data, next N2 V2, so this is about what? Equimoles of base data, right? So first condition, if N1 V1 greater than N2 V2, so N1 V1 greater than N2 V2 means acid moles or equimoles are greater than basic moles or equimoles. Now where is the condition here? Acid moles are greater than basic moles. So what is the expected nature beta here? Acidic nature means the concentration we would expect what? H plus ionic concentration because acid concentration is dominated. So how to find here? Milliequimoles of acid minus base means greater than volume in greater volume minus lower volume. So N1 V1 minus N2 V2. So if it is in volume ml, then that is called milliequimoles. So volume should be also in ml. If you take here normality with liters, then it should be also liters. That is the conclusion here. So H plus ion concentration equals to higher minus lower upon VML. So for if it is second condition, N2 V2 is greater than N1 V1 means basic milliequimoles or equimoles greater than acidic moles or milliequimoles, like this condition. Now here what happens? This is the basic nature. This is the basic nature. So here also higher minus lower, N2 V2 minus N1 V1 upon V1 VML, total mixture. VML mixture. This, don't forget this one. This is about mixture after mixed each other. So final would be sum of the volumes. Sum of the volumes. So this is about what? Neutralization calci. So how it is acidic nature, how it is basic nature, we can find. Let's see with the help of one. And the third condition is also there. If N1 V1 equals to N2 V2. So this is equimoles of acid and equimoles of base, both are same. Then so what is the nature of this one? This is called neutral. So because complete neutralization is occurred. Complete neutralization is occurred. So three conditions based on this neutralization between acid and base. Between acid and base. Let's see one reaction or one example. So 100 ml of 10 to the power of minus 1 molar HCl is neutralized with 100 ml of 10 to the power of minus 2 molar NaOH. So what is the nature of the mixture? What is the nature of the mixture? Let's see. First this one, find out N1 V1. So N1 V1 equals to, actually we have to find the normality, of course, due to having n factor 1 for acids and factor 1 for base. So here molarity, normality both are same. So N into V, now how much here? 10. These are 10 milliequimoles. Now here N2 V2 is what? N2 V2. So here 1 what here? Milliequimoles. Here also this is milliequimoles. Now if we observe here, acidic milliequimoles are 10 and basic milliequimoles are 1. So which is dominated here? Acidic. Yes or no? So acidic means what is the expected concentration? H plus, and higher minus lower upon, if it is milliequimoles, volume should be in ml of the mixture. So 100 plus 100, how much? 200. So this is 9 upon 200. 9 upon 200 is 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 molar concentration of the mixture. So what kind of concentration is? Acidic concentration. Acid is dominated. Now if you interchange the values, so 100 ml of 10 to the power of minus 1 molar NaOH. So titrated against 100 ml of 10 to the power of minus 2 molar HCl. So what is the final, what is the nature of the mixture? Either acidic nature, basic nature. So this is for base. Okay, base milliequimoles, 100 into 10 to the power of minus 1 is a 10 milliequimoles, and this is for acid. So 100 into 10 to the power of minus 2 is what? 1 milliequimole. So which is dominated here? More number of milliequimoles of base. So what is the nature of this one? Basic nature. What is the nature? Basic nature. So basic nature equals to what? Higher minus lower. Same, 100 minus 1 is what? 9 upon total volume is 200. Same concentration, 4 into 10 to the power of minus 2 molar. But what is the concentration? Basic concentration, OH. So if you want to find here pH, it is greater than 7, and if you want to find out the pH of this one, so it is less than 7. Same concentration, but where is the difference? Acid and base. So one type of calcium they ask like what is the nature of the mixture of a certain amount of certain concentration is titrated or mixed each other, strong acid and strong base type. Next one, if it is completely neutralized, how much ml is required? Means suppose 20 ml of 10 to the power of minus 1 molar HCl is exactly, so exactly or completely whatever, so completely neutralized by how much ml of 10 to the power of minus 2 molar NaOH, 10 to the power of minus 2 molar NaOH. So this is how to find the neutralization. If it is completely neutralized, complete neutralization, what does it mean? Milli equimoles of acid should be equal to milli equimoles of base. That is called indirectly N1V1 equals to N2V2. Of course, either volume in liters on both sides or ml in both sides, whatever. So acid base data. Now if you take your volume, it should be also ml. So what is the acid data? 20 ml and concentration is normality. Of course, normality and molarity both are same for HCl as well as NaOH. So 20 into 10 to the power of minus 1 should be equal to normality of base, right? Normality of base is also how much is given? 10 to the power of minus 2 molar. Normality, molarity both are same. So 10 to the power of minus 2 molar into volume of NaOH. Volume of NaOH. So what is the volume here? 200 ml. 200 ml of NaOH. So how much is required here? 200 ml is required. How much beta? 200 ml is required. So this is how we can do the neutralization reaction for acid and base. And the next one, so neutralization reaction of redox. In the redox reaction, how it changes and how much is required, either concentration or volume. Let's see. Next one, neutralization about redox reaction. So here also redox reaction. What is redox reaction? In a single reaction, if both reduction as well as oxidation is occurred, that is called redox reaction. So for redox reaction, here also you have to take the neutralization reaction. What is a neutralization reaction? Equimoles of the component should be equal. So that is what N1V1 equals to N2V2. This is what neutralization reaction. But for redox reaction, what is the N factor? For redox reaction, what is the N factor? So per 1 mole ion, the number of electron to be transferred, so that is called N factor. So from this, normality equals to, already normality equals to N into M. What is N here? N factor. If normality is not given for the redox reaction, so how to find the neutralization reaction? So this is N1V1 equals to N2V2, but instead of normality you can write what? N factor into molarity. That is simply N1M1V1 equals to N2M2V2, right? What are N1 and N2? N factors of the each reaction. Suppose one is for oxidation, another would be for reduction. Next, molarity, volume. If it is ml, it should be also ml. A liter. That is the logic, right? So let's see here. One question: if 50 ml of permanganate, whose concentration is 10 to the power of minus 2 molar, is exactly or completely neutralized by how much ml or volume of oxalate oxalate ion, whose concentration is also 10 to the power of minus 2 molar in acidic medium. So if we observe here, 50 ml of potassium permanganate in acidic medium is completely neutralized by how much ml of oxalate ion. So what they are asking here, the volume of the oxalate ion. First, before doing this one, we must know the balanced equation, because we have to find the N factor, because here molarity is given. So neutralization reaction is based on the equimoles or milliequimoles. So N1 V1 should be equals to what? N2 V2. But here we don't know the normality. We have to find the N factor. So after knowing N factor, and we can find easily either normality here or directly N1 V1 M1 equals to N2 M2 V2. So in acidic medium, potassium permanganate converts to what? In acidic medium, potassium permanganate or permanganate ion converts to Mn plus 2. So in the next video, in the redox reaction topic, I will explain how to balance the equation clearly, right? But here, oxidation state of manganese is plus 7, oxidation state of manganese here plus 2. So plus 7 to plus 2, addition of electrons are how many? 5 electrons. Here deficiency 7 electron, deficiency 2 electrons. So indirectly 5 electrons to be added to this component or this ion. So this is called what? Addition of electron is reduction. And that's why it is called what? Oxidizing agent. Okay, so what is the N factor? Per 1 mole of ion, the total number of electrons to be transferred. So if we observe here, this is what called 1 mole of permanganate ion, total number of electrons how many? 5 electrons. That's why for this reaction, the number of N factor is what? 5. Next one, oxalate ion C2O4 minus 2 converts to what? Carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, we have to balance the number of atoms, which oxidation number is changed. So here 2x equals to, around we can get 6 plus 6, here 2x equals to plus 8. So total number of electron difference is 2 electrons, that should be added to the product side. So this is called what here? Oxidation. That's why it is called reducing agent in this neutralization reaction. Next one, here also if we found, observe one oxalate ion, how many total number of electrons? 2 electrons to be transferred. That's why for this one, what is the N value beta? 2 is the N value. Is it clear? So permanganate N value 5, oxalate ion N value 2. N factors we found already. So after finding this N value, simply you can find that neutralization reaction N1 V1 M1 M1 V1 equals to N2 M2 V2. N2 M2 V2. Suppose if you take, this is about permanganate, this is about oxalate. So permanganate N factor how much? 5, and permanganate concentration 10 to the power of minus 2 molar, and permanganate volume, so it is in ml 50. Next, N2 oxalate ion N factor, oxalate ion concentration how much? 10 to the power of minus 2 molar. Am I right? And we are going to find the volume of oxalate ion in ml, because we have taken the ml here, it should be also ml. 10 to the power of minus 2, this is what? 250 upon 2. So V ml. So what is the value here? 125 ml is required. 125 ml of oxalate is required to get completely neutralized by 50 ml of potassium permanganate or permanganate ion in acidic medium. This is how we can find the complete neutralization reaction of redox, either oxidation or reduction or whatever. Okay, so hope you understand this video about how to find out the change in concentration for mixtures. Next one, neutralization between acid and base, neutralization of redox reaction, and for dilution also, what is the final concentration either in terms of normality and molarity. So thank you for watching. In the next video we will see about Henry's law or ideal solution.